Welcome, everybody. It is the Paul Rodriguez Show coming live from Studio 44. It is the 10th of August, 2020, and today is the day Hard Knocks drops tonight at 8 Central Standard Time. I'm looking forward to that in about an hour. I have it already recorded on my DVR for the series. I don't know about y'all, but I'm hyped for it. Today, they let out another little trailer. It was Ezekiel Elliott gift wrapping the present for Dak Prescott. And then, you know, he's doing a phenomenal job, for somebody who's maybe 27 years old. And, you know, I'm 10 years old in that, and I still can't figure out how to gift wrap presents for some reason. I get trouble with the edges. You ever gift wrap?
Yeah.
The corners are like my nemesis.
Yeah.
I'm just like, I have to like go find a girl and be like, hey, can you wrap this for me? That helped me out a lot.
I just like palm them in.
Yeah, dude. It's just like, how do I? It's like military bed corners. You got to like fold it down, wrap it around, tuck it up, and I'm just like, I don't want to do this. I'm just like, can I just put it in a bag? But for me, you know, with the nieces and nephews, they're like the boxes are too big to like put in a bag. It's like, why is this so awkward? So just, you know, I got to manage, do what I do. Well, anyways, as the trailer's ending, there's a knock at the door, you know. And it's like, he's like, come in. The door's like unlocked. He's like, come in. Well, then nobody came in. And so he gets up to open the door. It's Dak. He like slams the door and locks the latch. You know, he didn't want to see him give his present as a non-surprise, so to speak. So pretty sure we'll get to see that. Run through the headlines real quick for today's information. Did you by chance get to upload that one graphic, that tweet?
Oh yeah, I did.
Did you got to update it?
I did.
Okay, cool. So that'll be the last thing we kind of go over here in the next few moments. But
yeah,
as I take a sip of water, Deshaun Watson not traveling with the Houston Texans for their preseason game opener, not traveling, interestingly, but was today in pads practicing. So you kind of think about like, what the hell kind of message is that sending? I'm pretty sure Deshaun is there so he doesn't have to pay back any money. They've kind of already probably paid out to him and is guaranteed. So kind of awkward. I mean, it's a little bit, I kind of don't know how to take that from the team. It's kind of, do you think it's like retaliation? He wanted to get out, and so they're like, oh, you want to get out? You want to leave? Okay, cool. Well, we're going to go travel for this preseason game, but you stay here. It's a little retaliatory to me.
So what is it like? Was he like, nah, never mind, I'm just going to chill here? Or
no,
like,
the team, well, they didn't release the details, but he wasn't traveling with the team to play. So I don't know if that was like the management's, my fault. I don't know if that's the management's doing, or I don't know if that's Deshaun choosing to not participate or not travel.
Oh, okay.
That would be like really interesting to kind of see if that would be, you know, up for, I mean, if it's his idea or theirs, it'd be interesting to see. Maybe that'll come out later.
Because he was like, I don't want to be here. And then he showed up to training camp.
But you got to remember, like with his new CBA, like if you don't show, that's another reason why I think Aaron showed. But we'll get to that in a second. But for Deshaun, there's lots of money that are on the line if they don't show up, and that's probably one of the concessions that the players gave in the CBA to the owners was like, okay, fine, we want all these things as players, but the owners are like, okay, fine, we'll give it to you, but we want more. We want more security that when it's time to, you know, for the preseason or for the training camps, like y'all are here, and so that may be a little bit of the power struggle. But for now, Deshaun not going, whose decision was that? That'd be interesting to know. Maybe that'll come out later. Bruce Arians is saying that Tom's going to play one or two series whenever they match up with the Redskins, I believe. So Tom's, you know, you're going to have to be real careful if Tom's saying, I want to get out there, a couple of series. You can't get him hurt. I mean, who's going to save you, Kyle Trask? I mean, come on. You can't have Tom go and get hurt. It's like handoff, play action, dump over the middle to a tight end, maybe 3-step drop and throw a 9 and let, you know, AB or Godwin go get it. You know, maybe 10 yard out with Mike Evans, something like that. You don't want anybody trying to get a free shot some unknown, undrafted guy is out there at defensive end. And he's like, I'm going to make a name. I'm going to get on this team. And then, or it's like we don't want Chase Young to kill, Tom Brady. So that's the other thing of it. Some news today dropping from the NFL, which really is, primarily going to piss me off. It really pissed me off today whenever I kind of read that. Let's get that graphic up for the people. And I sent it to James just to let him know, like, hey, let's get this up there. So I'm not sure if I sent it to you or the group. I think I sent it to the group. Long story short, Ari Murrow from My Sports Update is saying game officials have been instructed to strictly enforce taunting rules in games after the NFL saw an increase in taunting last year. 2 taunting penalties will result in an automatic ejection. In addition, the taunting player may be fined and / or suspended depending on the severity. End quote. What kind of bullshit is this?
Yeah.
There's like a multitude of things that are going to go wrong with this. Number one, it's chicken shit. Number one. Number two, what was the increase in taunting? We played, there was COVID. There was no fans there. What are you trying to protect? And then the third part of this is it's going to slow the game down even more. And that's the problem all the fans have was instead of this game being 3 hours, 3.5 hours, it's now going to be 4.5 hours. And it's like, how are you going to speed this game up? How are you going to, if a player goes and has a tremendous circus catch and he gets up and he's just like jacked and just flexing, not necessarily to that player, but just for the cameras, what are you going to throw a 15-yard penalty? Change the outcome of a game by them flipping the field? Or what happens if there's a PI on a drive and it totally gives the advantage to the offense? What if there's a huge kick return and the dude's like spikes the ball severely and it just happens to hit an opponent? We're going to call a penalty for that? And now you're telling me if there's 2 taunting penalties, you're ejected. I wonder if they're going to couple that with like unsportsmanlike conduct. So like if you get 2 unsportsmanlike conduct penalties now, you're out. So are they going to combine those? Like if you get an unsportsmanlike and a taunting, are you disqualified? And then it's like, what's the measurement? Like what's the gauge? It's so objective to these officials in their eyes. And it's like, look, you got dudes who are 60, 70 years old making these changes to the rules. Meanwhile, you have 20-year-old high testosterone driven, superhumans who are having to abide by these rules. Not to mention the defenders. You limited the game so much for defenders where it's like if a receiver's coming across the middle, the safety has to hit them within a 2x2 or maybe 1x1 square, not leading with the head and hitting them with the shoulder. And if they were able to execute that, we're here just like everybody's celebrating, or what they're going to call that, taunting? Just because in the eye of the official who happens to be maybe a little bit more, I don't know, in line with the rules, maybe a hard line guy this is what the rule says, I'm going to abide by this rule, rather than maybe having an understanding of the flow of the game. It's like, why are we allowing individuals who, if they played in an era where literally folks were getting incapacitated and literally crippled, but now when it's 40 years later, oh, we want to change the rules to make it safer. Do you? Because right now, this isn't making the game safer. This is slowing the game down and potentially causing more harm, because you're telling me that a guy who's coming across the middle as a defender is going to have to change the way he hits somebody, and now he can't even celebrate that. All those first downs, Zeke eating, everybody celebrating the end zone, nope, can't do it anymore. It just doesn't make any damn sense. It's chicken shit. And I don't know where this came from. It's like, Goodell's on his way out. He's not going to be the commissioner soon. And it's like, who made this up? Why did this happen? Is this coming from advertisers? I could totally see that if this is coming from advertisers. Oh, we want this game to be more, gentleman-like. We want this to be more sportsmanship. We have little children watching. Well, I hate to break this to you. Little children don't play this game. Little children grow up to play this game, but at this level, it's a ferocious car crash every time people play. And if you don't understand that, you need to not be making the rules. As someone who maybe is a little bit more casual, maybe not as intense in the feeling about how I have it, what are you getting from this?
Yeah, it's retarded. I mean, excuse me. Dude, I don't agree. Definitely, I don't agree with this.
Those people do not deserve that, James.
You know, I like trash talk, and you know, as long as it's, you know, like not excessive, you know.
Sure.
I mean, as long as you're not like chasing a defensive player on the other side of the field, you know, you like chase him around.
Who would do something like that?
I don't know.
Maybe it happened in a playoff game. Maybe a Super Bowl.
Maybe a Super Bowl.
I don't know. Maybe a Super Bowl.
So was that taunting?
That's a great question.
A flag was thrown, but not for him.
I don't consider it taunting.
Yeah.
You know, was it taunting for the other player to go back after them? You know, it's so objective. That's the problem that I have with it. It's like if you're a player who's clean cut, right? If you're a clean cut player, you're going to get the benefit of the doubt all day long. And if you're not a clean cut player, you're never going to get the benefit of the doubt. And that is the horrible fact of the matter. And it sucks. That's just the way it is. And teams who are champions are going to get the benefit of the doubt. Teams that are not so good are not going to get the benefit of the doubt. And I'm telling you, and I'm going to mark this now, time, date, stamp, August 10th, 2021, 8:17 p.m.
on the Paul Rodriguez show.
This is going to impact the playoffs. This is going to literally kick a team out off of a bullshit objective call. I'm saying it now. We haven't even had we've had the Hall of Fame game. That's not necessarily considered preseason. We haven't even had damn preseason game yet. And we're already starting to like change rules in the 11th hour. But here's the bullshit. They already changed the replay system. And everybody was pissed off about this replay system. They're like, oh, we have Al Riveron retiring. And then this new guy, Walt, coming in, who's 88 years old and doesn't see the game the way the players play it these days. But, let's get everybody distracted from that old person being in the booth. And now we'll change a little bit of a rule to get everybody away from looking from this nonsense. It's a bait and switch, dude. It's such bullshit. But those are the cards we're dealt. And I don't know how these players are going to manage it. How do you do this to them right before the preseason? We're literally a month. We are 30 days away from the season opener with Dallas and Tampa Bay. 30 days. Oh, yeah, we're supposed to adjust everything. We're supposed to adjust how we behave. We're not supposed to celebrate after succeeding. We're not supposed to clap hands. Clap hands. We can't even do that, you're telling me? Can't shake hands anymore. Definitely can't go do celebrations in the end zone. What happened to that? Are you telling me if the guys go to the COVID cam after they get an interception and everybody poses for a picture, is that taunting? I mean, we don't know. All it is if you're taunting, officials are going to be more stringent. Well, what's the definition of taunting then? Because right now it's pretty ambiguous.
Is that what it's called, a COVID cam?
I don't know. I just made it up because it only came here when it was COVID.
Are you a fan of that or no?
I hope it stays because I think it's cool. Like after some big event happens, all the players can go congregate in one little area and like, do a little celebration.
Yeah, the lights like light up on it too.
Yeah, depending on what stadium you are.
Yeah.
Stadium you're in.
True.
I don't know, man. It's a tough pill to swallow, I think, for me right now because we were in such a high, right? We had so much to celebrate. We had Dallas in the Hall of Fame game. We had these tremendous players who we've kind of watched grow up in Peyton Manning, Adrian James, and all alike. And then today we have to get this, Debbie Downer bomb dropped on us by the NFL and whoever makes the damn rules, who obviously is not from this era. And it's I don't know. It's almost unbearable, to be honest with you. For me, it's almost unbearable. It's like you can't just leave the game alone. It was fine. We were progressing. They were going in a positive direction. Everybody's making bukus of money. I just signed this new multi-billion-dollar deal with all your advertisers. Everybody's moving towards streaming. Jeff Bezos is going to make another $200 billion, and everybody's getting taken care of. Josh Allen just got his $258 million deal. Lamar Jackson and Baker Mayfield are fixing to get broken off as well. Dak came back, got paid. Everything's great. Opening the season with Dallas and Tampa Bay, awesome. Aaron came back and saved Green Bay. Everybody rejoiced. Brought in Randall Cobb. The man had to eat it in Green Bay. And then we have this. It's a damn shame. I'm just saying, it's a damn shame. It's a damn shame. 21 minutes after the first hour, 22 minutes, how to just change real quick. We're gonna accept it because we want football. Everybody's out there doing what they got to do. Making adjustments, getting vaccinated. Players are, I think, slowly coming around. For those who haven't gotten the vaccine, and it's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fun. I don't know. Producer James, let's go to break. Before we do that, let them know how if they're traveling to work or if they're at work and they're bored. They want to check out this show or past episodes, let them know.
Head on over to Spotify, search Paul Rodriguez Show. You'll see the little logo pop up. Give us a follow, turn notifications on. That way you don't miss any show that is uploaded, which is daily.
Welcome back, everybody. It is the Paul Rodriguez Show. Let's get into the Indianapolis Colts real quick. We all know Carson Wentz is out with his foot injuries. Oh, so is Quentin Nelson. I think they're expected to be back pretty soon. But in the meantime, the quarterback, Eason, who was the backup for Carson Wentz, is basically, I think, been taken over by Sam Ehlinger, the former University of Texas quarterback for the first team reps. That was first reported, I believe, by Field Yates. So shout out to Field for getting that information out. Pretty impressive for what Sam has endured. The tragedy of his brother's passing a few months ago, right after he was drafted, in addition to his father, who had passed away when he was much younger in high school. So Sam apparently doing big things in Indianapolis for the Colts. Will he start maybe a few preseason games? Probably. Will he start week 1? Maybe, maybe not. But if he's producing like this, the dude's a tremendous leader. People are going to follow him, but I wasn't sure he could read defenses, but maybe there's been a maturation process over his time while he was in Indianapolis. But we also can't forget Frank Wright, who was a former quarterback for the Bills whenever they lost their four Super Bowl appearances in a row. He's a quarterback whisperer. He was able to kind of get Nick Foles and Carson Wentz to produce one in the Super Bowl, one throughout the season. And so if there's any kind of coach who's going to be able to get the most out of Sam, it's going to be Frank Wright. So I'm interested. I'm going to be watching Sam Ehlinger, see how they come out for the Indianapolis Colts. Maybe starting week 1. Maybe he just takes the job over from Carson. They move that contract on. But if he does well, I mean, people are going to start looking at Sam to maybe be QB1. I think that's a stretch right now, but maybe. A lot of animosity in New Orleans going on right now with Michael Thomas and Peyton Manning. We got stuff in the studio. Michael Thomas apparently is not happy with what's going on in New Orleans, and neither is Sean Payton. The rumor is that Michael Thomas had surgery, but he was not communicating with the team, and so his attendance for this season is like in question, and that's probably pissed off Sean Payton tremendously, since they're going to have to replace Drew Brees. Is that going to be Winston? Is it going to be Taysom Hill? Who knows? But you really want to lean on your number one big wideout receiver in Michael Thomas. I know Alvin Kamara is there, but he can't do everything by himself. Maybe Taysom Hill goes and plays receiver instead of quarterback while Michael Thomas is out. He's extremely, a utilitarian. But for Jameis Winston, I hope his vision's corrected. I hope his crab eating days are over. I knew I was beating you to the punch on that one. I hope that, he stops eating dubs. But he's just a big goofball out there, man. I mean, he won the Heisman. Shout out to him for doing that and won the national championship. But I hope that Jameis learned all he could from Drew, and then Thomas to come back, because that's a hell of a division. You got Tom, Super Bowl defending Super Bowl champions. Carolina's in there. They have Sam Darnold, who's coming back. It's just gonna be tough for them if they don't fix things at quarterback and the receiver position. Their defense is gonna be phenomenal. I don't think that's a problem. But for him and Kamara and Taysom, maybe that's the trio who gets you through until Michael Thomas comes back. But I don't think that there's going to be any more successful players coming out besides them until, Michael can come back. What do you think?
Yeah, you hit it on the head when you said he's a big goofball.
Dude.
I saw some training camp videos of him.
What'd you see?
When he's they're like going through those little drills. There's like little bags on both sides. And they're all just like running through him, and then he comes through and he's just like tripping, falling all over the place.
It's that running back drill where they kind of go through those bags, and there's a lot of resistance there. Like, you got to have, number one, you got to have forward lean, and then you got to have that like drive in your lower body. And it's like when you see someone drunk and they're like trying to walk down the street or the sidewalk. That's what it looked like. He was kind of coming in. But I thought you were going to talk about what he was doing today. You see what was going on today?
No.
So they were doing like flexibility stretches where you would like rock back and have your toes touch from behind you. So like you rock back and then you let your feet come over your head, and then they touch the ground, and then you roll back forward. This dude was acting like he was at a adult gentleman's club doing these stretches. And it's like, dude, what are you thinking? Like, what do you know, every camera is on you right now. You just have to act just like,
It's like a class clown or
just
what?
just a goofball, man. Just like, maybe it's to like loosen his team up. Maybe there's a lot of tension going on with Michael's situation and Sean Payton. And maybe this is his way of leading his team. Like, we're pretty high strung right now, a lot of tension, a lot of animosity. I'm sure people are pissed at both sides, the organization and Michael. And so Winston's just gonna be like, all right, well, I'm just gonna act stupid and goofy out here, so all you guys will chill the hell out. Yeah, it doesn't look like anything else is going on right now. Anything new coming out of Green Bay that you've heard of?
Besides balls getting tossed in nets.
Yeah, I don't think Aaron's gonna play any of the preseason. Do you?
Maybe the last. So there's three preseason games. So
you think he'll play like one series?
Yeah, I think
the
so.
last one.
Yeah.
I don't think he wants to play any. He's like, get the kid out there, let him do it. Y'all don't believe in him so much. I'd be petty like that though. What can you do? Any news out of Randall Cobb? Is he like getting familiar? Do you think?
Yeah, I think he fits right in, but of course it's not the Randall Cobb of old, But I guess we'll see. I feel like he's a good.
Dude, he played well in Houston.
You think so?
I thought he did tremendously well in Houston.
My buddy Jason, because I had sent him the screenshot of Randall Cobb, potentially being traded when it was happening, and he was like, "Good." He like hates Randall Cobb. I don't know why. I told him, I was like, dude, I got good memories of Randall Cobb in Green Bay.
Maybe it's the animosity with D-Hop leaving and then Will Fuller getting traded, and now Randall's gone. So everybody just pillaged the Houston Texans. But it's the ownership and management's own fault. I mean, they let everybody go.
My son likes Randall Cobb because he remembers when he played. And then when he went to Dallas, he's like, he plays for Dallas now? And I was like, yeah, man, that's what happens, dude. And now I told him, I was like, hey, guess who's coming back? And so he was all happy.
Pretty excited?
Yeah.
Yeah,
pretty excited for the season, man. Hopefully it's good. I think I'm going to go ahead and get him a Aaron Rodgers jersey.
Just on one last ride?
I told him, I had told him like these past 2 years, and we know how it turned out. I was like, we make Super Bowl, dude, I'll get you a new jersey. Because he has one, but it's like it's all faded already and stuff.
Yeah.
And so he's old enough to where I can get him like a good quality one that's probably going to last him. But he's also a kid. They're constantly growing. Yeah. So by last him, I mean maybe 2 years. But.
Well, I mean, maybe you can just buy it maybe a couple sizes bigger and let him grow into it. You can do that too. Does he like play in it or just wear it during game day?
Both.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I don't think I could do that. I'd be like, you need to take that shit off. We'll get you a shirt. We'll get you a T-shirt. I don't know. Hard Knocks tonight. Are you excited or you just
Yeah.
Yeah, I figured as much. The Dallas Cowboys fans, I'm sure, are going to be pretty damn excited. All my buddies in my group text are pretty much just like, keying on it, have it pre-recorded. I have it. It's set to go at 9:00 whenever it drops. So I'm looking forward to that. I want to see the footage of how CD's playing, how Amari just got, he just passed his physical from the surgery he had. So now he's back 100% with the Cowboys off the PUP list. That just dropped today. So there's that. And then there's the fight with, Aaron Darnold and Connor Williams. What did you think? I sent you the video last night. What was your thoughts about that?
Yeah, that dude's big, dude.
Both of them.
Connor Williams. Yeah, I mean, but Connor Williams, I was like, damn, dude, that's a big old boy.
That's what a lot of people don't really understand about these football players. Not, high school. Even in high school, like if I sent you to Westlake, those boys are as big as Connor Williams. They're that big. They're 6'4", 6'5", 300 pounds. That's just the way they're built at that 6A level. And so for Connor to, what I thought was impressive was Connor's strength and ability. Like while he's like face mask is getting torqued down, he just like whips. That's really what it was. It was like a whip. He like whips Aaron Donald down. And Aaron Donald's like 300 pounds, just jacked muscle. And I was just like, dude, Aaron Donald had to be fucking pissed whenever that went down to get manhandled like that. But, you can't be doing chicken shit, grabbing people's face masks like that, especially, if they're 6'5", 320. Like, what do you think's going to happen? This dude gets paid millions of dollars to move humans. and you're just, number one, you're like off balance and just like judo toss that dude right over. I was waiting for you to like break that down MMA style real quick with that judo toss. So yeah, we'll see that. Also tonight we'll see Dak Prescott's birthday. He got a cake in the face the day of his birth when he was at practice. He's not practicing right now because of the injury that he has. And everybody keeps talking about like this is going to be, this is super concerning and highly concerning. I think it's moderately concerning. If Dak doesn't play any preseason, it's going to be a problem. I think they need to approach it just like how maybe Green Bay's approaching Aaron, or Aaron's handling himself in Green Bay is like, I'm going to play one series, the last preseason game of the season. And I'm going to get one drive. And if I score, great. If I don't, I got live reps. And then sit him down, go take a shower, put on, a T-shirt, come back out, and you'll get ready for week one against the Buccaneers. Other than that, it's like, why are you going to risk him getting potentially severely hurt after you just paid him so much money? So that's what I'm looking forward to tonight. Will you watch it? Like, will you see like the highlights or anything?
Yeah, I'm going to check it out. It's not like I'm going to completely ignore it. I'll check it out.
What is, did you watch last year at all, any of it?
No.
It was weird because it was two teams last year. It was the Chargers and it was the Rams. And since they were like in the same facility, a lot of people were pretty upset with it. I was too. It was like, this is kind of boring. But, Sean Payton tried to make it fun, but everybody was in COVID and we were still getting like accustomed to these big face masks. And then they started putting them like on the sunglasses, like the eyeglasses. I was like, okay, they're getting a little bit better. They're getting better. And now hopefully it's like 100%, normal. I think it's going to be that way. Since Jerry was like, my team is 95% vaccinated. Only a handful. A handful is 5. That's what he said.
Is that what he said?
Yeah, that was at a press conference like 2 weeks ago. Only a handful. A handful is 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
So I'm guessing he has 100 people on his staff.
You better be careful. Kimosabi's going to come out here from Stand and Deliver and challenge you because he's the finger man.
So if he has, So if you have 100 people and you're 95, that means at 5.
That means literally 5 people.
Yeah.
I know what you're saying. Very, very clever. Very clever. So I doubt. Maybe he does have 100 players. I could see that. Maybe he has 100 players. Because in camp you start with a lot and you whittle it down to 53. The final roster is 53. So maybe he does it. Maybe he did have 100. Maybe a couple holdouts. He was like, tell that guy and that guy they're cut. Okay, now we only have 5, a handful. That's probably what he did. Oh, you don't want to take the vaccine? You're cut.
I got this segment I want to do where I hold my hand up.
That's the only thing I really do like about Hard Knocks is when they cut people, it's like, oh, damn, who are they going to cut? And it's like this one coach that everybody wants to avoid. They all stay away. They all know who it is. It's probably like the strength coach or player personnel, somebody like that. Then they go into Jerry's office, and I want to see how Jerry's going to talk to these guys. Is he going to be like how he was with Post Malone? Or is he going to be like he is on the radio where like, you just didn't make the cut, you're gone, and we're going to have to let you go? I don't know. Maybe you think they show any of that footage from the Post Malone commercial with SeatGeek?
That would be pretty cool. Like a making of kind of?
Yeah, but I think SeatGeek probably has all that footage.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
But I wonder if, maybe. I bet Dallas has some of the footage also. I'm just saying if they could have like leaked that, like how they made it, like you said, that would have been cool. That would have been fun to watch.
It'd be a ratings booster, Post Malone.
Man, what if Post is at camp? Maybe what if Post is at one of these preseason games? We should like tweet at him and say, "Hey, are you going to the game?" And have you seen his Cowboys Ford Raptor?
No.
It's not a Raptor. It's a Velociraptor. So you know those Raptor trucks?
Yeah.
So there's a company in Texas called Hennessy, like Hennessy Sports Performance, and they take a Raptor truck and they turn it into a Velociraptor. So, but it has 6 wheels, 3 on one side, 3 on the, and they it was like a Cowboys edition. It was pretty sweet. You've never seen this on YouTube?
Mm-mm.
We'll have to show it to you. Maybe we'll get a clip and put it up on the show to see here. But anyways, they brought it to him like in wherever the hell he was in like this snow cabin up in this luxury place. And he comes out just smoking a cigarette, looking haggard as hell. And in the bed, they put like this, it looks like a barbell. And then they like fabricated like barbed wire on it. So it looks like this big barbed wire dumbbell. But what it is like, it's like a machine gun turret. It's like if you put a machine gun in a truck. But I'm pretty sure you're not supposed to use it for that. But that's what it looked like to me. Just saying. So, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Roll up in the truck. You know, that'd be a great PR move if Jerry did that. What if Jerry's just like rubbing? Why would Jerry Jones rub shoulders with Post Malone? I guess, man, money talks and the bullshit walks. You're right about that. Nobody could see you do that though. Just so you know. All right, guys, let's get into a break real quick. 44 minutes after the hour. We may wrap this show up a little early just so I can be on time for Hard Knocks, but who knows? We might get into some UFC talk, and usually we get pretty long-winded when that comes to that. We'll be back. Welcome back, everybody. It is the Paul Rodriguez Show. Let's keep it within the NFL. We're going to go ahead and go down the lineup for the preseason week 1. We'll talk about what game has us the most intrigued. One little caveat, the rule is I can't pick the Dallas game, and James cannot pick. Let's go side by side. Cannot pick the Green Bay game. So first game lined up is, of course, Washington at Patriots. Steelers, this is Thursday. Washington Patriots. Steelers Eagles Friday. Titans Falcons. Bills Lions. Cowboys Cardinals. Houston at the Packers. Miami at Chicago. Early favorite of mine. Broncos at Vikings. Browns at Jaguars. Another interesting one. Ravens at Saints at Ravens. Jets at Giants. Could be interesting. Bengals at Buccaneers. Chiefs at 49ers. Very interesting. Seahawks at Raiders. Chargers at Rams. We'll get to see the new SoFi Stadium with these two teams. Pretty interesting there. And then Sunday at noon, Panthers at Colts. We'll get to see Sam Darnold, Sam Ellinger, Sam versus Sam. What pops out in your brain after reading those matchups? I can go back and read any of them again.
I think that Chargers and
yeah. What do you talk to me about
that stadium?
You want to see the stadium?
Yeah.
Well, what about the quarterback play?
Matthew Stafford.
Matt Stafford in LA now. Justin Herbert. Everybody's talking about him being a big time maybe lead for MVP as a new player.
Yeah. I'm kind of excited. Actually, I am for Stafford.
Yeah.
Even though he was a rival for a while, I don't know. He's a good quarterback, man.
You think so?
Yeah, I think so.
From what you've seen, I mean, you got to see him play a lot.
Yeah.
2 times a year, and this is what I've been telling people too, like, don't sleep on Stafford. I'm like, he's going to make the Rams scary good. Like maybe the biggest contender against the Buccaneers. And he can, and Aaron is very complimentary of Matt Stafford. Like, to me, like, that's Aaron 2.0. Like, when Aaron retires, Matt Stafford is probably going to be in like that next era of like one of the better quarterbacks who's tenured, who's been around a while, maybe hasn't won a championship. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if the Rams won the Super Bowl. McVay has already took that team to the Super Bowl with Jared Goff. He's like, I took a lesser quarterback to the Super Bowl, leaned on my defense, still has a majority of his defense, Aaron Donald, and then, of course, you have Jalen Ramsey in the secondary. Now you have a big-time arm quarterback who's tough. He's always playing hurt in Detroit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's a good matchup. And then you got Herbert on the other side, putting up crazy rookie numbers. That's a good matchup.
So when is that one?
That matchup is, I think, Saturday night. That is that's NFL Network at 9:00 Saturday. That'll be a fun game.
Cool.
For me, I like the Dolphins and the Bears. I want to see Justin Fields play. I'm very high on Justin Fields. I think he's going to eventually win the number 1 job. I think the defense is going to play really up for him. They've never had a quarterback they can lean on. Now there's going to be someone equal to Khalil Mack on the offensive side of the ball. Miami, Tua, second year. Can he make the big leap? That'll be kind of interesting to see. Brian Flores in his second year. People are saying they can contend for the East. I don't know. Josh Allen and I think Bill Belichick are going to have something to say about that with their respective teams. So I want to see that game. Another game I'm pretty interested in is I want to see Baker Mayfield against that Jaguars defense. I want to see Trevor Lawrence throw into Tim Tebow, and I want to. That's just interesting to me. 6:00 NFL Network. That's a pretty good slate. Dolphins, Bears, noon at NFL Network, and then Browns, Jaguars in the prime time 6:00 slate, and then Rams, Chargers at 9:00. They got the whole day stacked.
Yeah.
NFL Network stacked. You'll get to watch. You get to see everything. Then Friday night is Cowboys Cardinals at 9. They have a pretty good lineup. And then Thursday is Washington Patriots. They got a lineup Thursday through Saturday. And then Sunday the noon game is Panthers. So they have 4 days locked. ready to go. I want to see how Sam Ehlinger plays. I want to see how he how he is with the ones. That'll be fun. I'm looking forward to that. I think Thursday we'll kind of give our pick'ems, what we want to do, how we're leaning. But just before we go, we'll talk about those NFL Network games. Washington is favored against Patriots. Arizona is favored against the Cowboys. The Bears are favored pretty good against the Dolphins, 3.5. The Browns, no. Jacksonville is favored 1.5. The Chargers, 4.5 point favorite. Interesting. I may take the Rams just as a spite. And then of course Sunday, Indy 1.5 point. We'll Sam Ehlinger, a little favoritism there. 1.5 points. It's pretty hard to tell on preseason games.
Yeah.
If you want to be that much of a degenerate, go ahead and get after it. We'll definitely talk about that on Thursday. I heard a birdie told me we'll go ahead and switch it up to UFC. A birdie told me that there is a big ad to the Usman Covington fight. Gaethje Chandler.
Oh, really?
And that's what I'm hearing. Have you heard anything about that?
No. Is that going down in November or?
I went to go look at UFC's website and nothing is being shown past 266. It's like we can't see October or November. So that's the rumor mill. Can we get a little confirmation if that's the did Twitter lie to me or did they not? That's what I'm curious about.
Let's see here.
So we're looking up right now to see the top stories for the Usman Covington fight to see if Justin Gaethje and Michael Chandler have been added to that card. That's the rumor. How else would we look? I just go straight to Twitter. What are you seeing on your end?
Let's see. Oh, okay. Yes. Well, this was July 30th. It says
July 30th. What do you tell people what you're looking at?
Justin Gaethje versus. Yeah, this seems like news that kind of came out July 30th. UFC 268.
Well, July 30th was just like last week.
Yeah. No, I'm saying this news came out July 30th.
Right.
Yeah. Just says UFC 268, Justin Gaethje versus Michael Chandler added to card.
So that's official.
It says the contract is not signed at the moment, but both fighters have agreed to the fight. UFC is targeting the fight for November 6th for Madison Square Garden.
Let me do real quick. Chandler versus, how do you use Gaethje spell his last name?
It's like Gaithje, I think.
I got all these people sending me messages right now. All right. Anyways, what do you think about that?
That would be shit. That's a hell of a matchup right there.
Just with those two fights, right? Mm-hmm. Alone. Hey, on this card with 266, is it just going to be? Is the main card just going to be 3 fights, or are they going to have more than 3 fights?
Nah, yeah, they'll have.
I mean, because it doesn't look. Because I can't tell.
They'll have at least 5. They usually have at least 5 on the main card.
But you got to remember, like, well, there's 3 25-minute. There's 3 5-round fights.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a long ass time.
Yeah. It also says yeah. So it seems like Gaethje and Chandler is confirmed, and then
so that means it's signed. Is that right?
I'm not seeing that it's signed.
When he says confirmed, it just means that they've agreed to fight.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, everyone's saying that's what UFC 268 on Madison Square Garden. Usman Covington 2, Chandler Gaethje, and then Luke Rockhold is making his return against Sean Strickland.
So 268 would be November.
Yeah.
Because 266 is September, 67 is October, 68 is November. All right.
Yeah. I guess they haven't like officially released the fight card yet.
They haven't even released 267 yet, much less 268.
But it says right here on Google, Saturday, November 6th.
Oh, that's my birthday weekend.
Really?
Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah, right here. It just says rumored, but I'm pretty sure they'll finalize all that. They might. What's the next one? They'll probably come out with a trailer for that.
You don't think they'll wait till 267, or you think they'll drop it?
Yeah, 260.
Well, you're right, because at 265 they dropped the Diaz, Robbie Lawler info.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yep.
I don't know. Interesting.
Rumors.
Yeah, man, but that's the thing is you buy the rumor, sell the story. I always preach that because it just always ends up happening that way. We all just like I was telling you, Aaron might come back. I don't know if he's coming. Everybody's saying rumor. What happened? He showed up with Dallas. Dak's probably going to sign it. He might sign it. Signs the deal. Buy the rumor, sell the story. Just the way it goes. I don't know. Anything else you want to talk to the people?
Dark Side of the Mic tomorrow.
What's going on tomorrow?
Hugo Fernando Sanchez.
Yeah, but what are y'all talking about?
From Univision is joining the show tomorrow. We're going to talk about a number of topics, including Robin.
Robin what?
From the Batman series.
From the new Batman series.
Yeah.
Not the original Batman series.
I want to bring you on to give us the hard
sports.
facts or what?
We're talking about sports.
Like tomorrow. I know, but you said what's going on tomorrow.
Yeah, I know what's going on tomorrow.
Right. Tune in to find out.
Where can they find out?
Tune in to find out. Facebook, YouTube. Yeah.
Where?
Dark Side of the Mic.
There you go.
Damn, if you don't know about now.
They don't know, man. I'm telling you, new people don't know. Because I'm going to tell you right now, like, there's going to be people watching this in like 6 months, and they were like, what's the Dark Side of the Mic? You got to go educate them.
Search YouTube, search Facebook.
Every day you got to tell them.
Dark Side of the Mic.
Every day I do. All right. What are you going to watch tonight?
Probably going to play Apex. Actually, I am going to play Apex.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to say I'm going to watch the back of my eyelids. No?
No, today's my day off, so I got some good rest. I slept in and stuff, but had a busy day doing school shopping and all that.
How did that go?
It was hectic, man. It always is.
Why?
But we got it done. Dude, just, so I'll take my kids in and I'm like, if y'all see something, let me know.
Yeah.
But nobody's seeing nothing. I'm like, dude, like, y'all better grab some stuff or I'm going to grab it for y'all and y'all ain't going to like it. You know what I mean? So, like, we didn't come out here to just look around because
So where'd y'all go?
Went to the outlet mall in San Marcos. Yeah.
What stores y'all go to?
We went to Hot Topic. We went to Journeys. We went to Old Navy.
They're not used to shopping? Like, or just going and finding what they like?
I mean, the older ones are starting to, like
fashion, popular brands.
The younger boys, they're kind of just, they're like, oh, this looks cool. But I mean, they all got Nikes, Adidas, stuff like that. They got hooked up, took care of them.
I figured you just like the younger ones just throw clothes at them. That's what happened to me. They were just like, wear this. And then when I got to high school, I would like pick out my own stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what my mom told me when we were younger. She's like, once you start
paying for it yourself,
then you can
buy whatever you want.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that. Back in the day when I was a senior, it was all about FUBU, platinum FUBU. Take y'all back, put you some on that, put you up on game.
FUBU.
Yeah, dude, I had these like badass baby blue suede Dada slippers with some Guess shorts and a baby blue platinum FUBU shirt. You know about me, son.
Do you have some Paco jeans or what?
Paco.
You don't remember those?
I remember Jenko.
Might have been.
Jenko
that
jeans?
Might be what I'm thinking.
The real super baggy ones?
Yeah.
I used to wear those because my legs were so big and they fit normal. For real. But I remember the Timberlands. I'm not the Timberlands, but the Doc Martens.
Yeah.
Those were big when I was in junior high. They're coming back.
Really?
A lot of the 90s stuff is back, bro. Like, it's
Polo boots.
Polo boots were sick back in the day. Air Max. Nike Air Maxes were like legit. The cross trainers were legit. What else? I'm trying to think what else was out there. Yeah, when I got to high school, it was a little bit more like 70s, like bell bottoms, fitted bell bottoms, low waist. Yeah, that's what I remember. A lot of that. A lot of girls wore capris, like capris had just come out. Nobody knew what capris were. Like, what the hell is a capri?
Fucking high waters.
Yeah, that's what everybody thought. Yeah. But it's like an actual.
You don't see too many of those anymore, huh?
Dude, faded out with style. Like, I bet you in 10 years they'll come back. Watch. It's cyclical, man. Everything always comes back. It just comes back in this fashion. Somebody be like, oh, my, like, remember Remember like 5 years ago, maybe 3 or 4 years ago, when all those when Champion came back to be like a name brand, everybody had those 90s Champion jerseys. Remember that? It was real popular. Yeah, and that's fading out. That was popular in the 90s. When Jordan, mid to late 90s, you weren't cool in my school unless you had a Champion jersey. And I remember I got one. It was the Houston Rockets with the white and red pinstripes with that like blue rocket with like a mouth on it. I had one of those. I think it was Clyde Drexler. That's the one I had, Clyde Drexler.
Damn.
Clyde the Glide, yeah, bro. So that was fun back in the day. Then I remember one year I asked my parents for a Deion Sanders jersey with the Cowboys, Deion Sanders, and they were like, "We can't find it, because it was popular." And then they found it. Like I remember opening Christmas Day, I'm like, "Oh my god!" Of course, that's the only thing I got because they were like extremely expensive.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm happy, but I don't know, man. I've never been one to wear somebody else's, like another man's name on my back. Like I can't do that. And I got to shout out to my my godfather, Ricky Smith. He's in the College Football Hall of Fame down in Kingsville, and he won. I think he won 3 national championships down there. And he told me like early, he was like, I would never wear another man's name on my back. And so like I never did. If it was Rodriguez, I would wear it. Like my brother, I would wear his number but it's our last name, is my family's last name. So, but if it was anybody else, nah. I'll buy the jerseys. I want to buy, Tom Flores, Anthony Munoz, Steve Van Buren. Who else? I'm trying to think off the top of my head. I want to get like all the Hispanic Hall of Famers, get those like framed up, put them in here, hang them up. They're like $400 a pop.
Get some decorations.
Yeah, kind of get things, moving forward, so to speak.
Yeah.
But yeah, you know who Steve Van Buren is?
No.
Dude, Steve Van Buren was like one of the first, like back when they played like leather helmets. That's when he was playing. But he's from Honduras.
Yeah, I've heard dudes, they'll be like, "Can't even wear another man's name on your back."
Yeah, I could never do it.
Yeah.
I was like, why would, like, that's not your name, You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's kind of weird. This doesn't make sense.
Well, you dress up for Halloween, that ain't your costume.
I don't dress up for Halloween. No, I'm serious.
Yeah, I totally believe you.
They're like, "Who are you?" "I'm me." They're like, "Who is that?" "Me, I'm me." But yeah, man. Shout out to everybody who wears the jerseys though. Like, I mean, if you like that, if you enjoy it, that's fun. That's awesome. You do you, but like for me, it ain't for me.
Yeah, I'll wear my jersey on like special games or playoffs.
Yep.
Yeah, it's not like every game day, and I don't.
There's plenty of people who do it every game day.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But for the little kids, I think it's fun for the kids. Let them enjoy that. It's someone who they look up to.
Yeah.
And if they're a good person, even better.
Yep.
All right, guys. I guess we're gonna wrap this up. Check out Dark Side of the Mic tomorrow just search Facebook, Facebook.com/Dark Side of the Mic, as well as YouTube/Dark Side of the Mic. Check out the controversy that's going to be going down tomorrow. I think it's going to be a fun episode, maybe a contentious episode. Going to be some polarizing topics.
Probably so.
Every day you do?
Yeah. Every week.
Every week you do?
Every week.
My fault. Every week you do. Any challenges this week? I know y'all did like a hot challenge a couple weeks ago.
I don't think so.
Somebody's not going to eat that little nitro bear in there?
I might tempt our guest tomorrow to see if he's willing to do it.
Bro.
Be like, let's debate. The loser eats this.
Well, that's objective.
I know.
Yeah, it's like, can't tell who won and who lost.
For sure.
Everybody loses, you all eat it. Everybody wins, you all eat it.
I'm not eating that. My stomach's fucked up.
Have Andrew eat it. Producer Drew. He's like, "I don't do hot stuff, bro." I'm like, "All right, well, whatever." I don't know. Did y'all ever put that?
No.
Oh God, no. Nobody watches this show, anyways.
No, we didn't.
You should. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
You should do it.
The prank. We can promote the new Jackass movie in the process.
When does that come out?
I don't know.
Dude,
but I saw that.
Bam Margera was like super salty.
Yeah.
Why did they kick him out?
Because he's just.
I'll
probably be talking about that tomorrow. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Just steadily on the sauce.
That's what I heard.
Damn, that sucks.
Yeah. Seems like everyone else has grown up. Even Steve-O, believe it or not. But
yeah, it's because he literally hit rock bottom.
yeah.
It's hard for me to like for Bam because, and I get it. Ryan Dunn's death fucked everybody up. I get that, but for Bam, I think it changed his. I think it completely changed his life. You know.
Yeah.
And then Vito died a few years ago. So.
I mean, shit, dude's had a wild ass life. You know, he's.
Yeah, dude, we got to see it. We literally from Jackass to his own show and cutting off the roof of his purple Lambo. I bought one of his shirts once.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did it have his name on the back?
It was on the front.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, for real? Did you wear it?
Yeah.
So what's the difference?
Mm-hmm. No. Yeah, it was BAM. It was BAM. Yeah. I don't know. There was I guess I just didn't think of it that way. To me, it was more like a logo than.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah, I get you.
It was like his merchandise logo. It's not like Margera, you know. I guess there's a little hypocrisy in there. I can admit to that.
Nice.
No, it was fun. See, this is growth. This is progress.
For sure.
Yep. Words have consequences, but you can say all of them. All right, guys, that's been the show. We're going to end it here. Check us out Thursday. We'll give you your picks for... We're going to keep track of that. Like, we'll see who makes some money. Gonna make some money?
Yeah, for sure.
I think we're going to make some money. All right, guys, we'll see y'all Thursday.